Hey YouTube, this is Chris over here at Bellhouse CrossFit. I'm going to get on here and talk a little bit about the squat snatch. Today we're going to be going over kind of the idea of getting tall before we get small. Okay, so we're going to be using one of these PVC pipes to kind of demonstrate and go through a little progression to get us towards there. So the squat snatch starts from the ground, in this case the mid-shin, so I don't have any weight on the barbell, and ends full squat, standing back tall. Okay, so we're thinking about getting tall before we get small. So tall means here from my hips, I want my hips to get to full extension. My legs are fully extended, my hips are fully extended, my shoulders are pulled back behind the bar before I pull myself underneath into that overhead squat position or squat position. Okay? So I'm here and all of a sudden I'm pulling fast in that dropped overhead squat position. Okay? So a progression I like to go through here with the PVC pipe before we get started on the squat snatch is you start off with some pass-throughs. So here, hands are wide, you're coming from your hips to your butt, kind of opening up those shoulders a little bit. Overhead squats can be a little bit on the shoulders, snatches can be a little bit on the shoulders, so open those up. The next thing we do is just a dip and shoulder, and shrug with the shoulders. So here, got my vertical dip, so my torso stays pretty vertical. I'm opening up my hips, and then the shoulders will shrug. So be here. So getting tall, and then maybe I'll do a little elbow pull, keeping that bar tight. Then after that, we'll do a muscle snatch, still thinking tall, big with those hips. After that, overhead squat, so keeping it up overhead. Feeling out that overhead squat position. And then finally getting into that hang squat snatch. So the hang squat snatch, pulling into my hips, going through those same points of performance that I did on the progression here. Hips will open, shoulders shrug, getting tall, and then drop underneath. So it'll look like this. On there. So really thinking about hips opening up, legs fully extended, shoulders back, before we drop down and punch hard into that squat position. Finishing off with a full squat snatch from that mid-shin. Getting tall before you get small. Practice with the PVC pipe, practice, practice, practice. A little bit more of a complex movement. So practice with this lighter weight before we can earn our way up to the bigger barbells. Thanks guys.